Shamian dàjí.
We weren't sure what to expect since we'd heard mixed things about being in China during Spring Festival as tourists.
It's a lot of people.
We'd seen and read so much information that led us to believe it was not a good time to visit China. However, many of our subscribers highly recommended it and suggested we visit Guangzhou. So we decided to do what we do best, take to the streets and see for ourselves.
Guangzhou is known as the Flower City due to its mild climate and lush greenery. Walking through the parks is like taking a stroll through an impressionist painting, with every color imaginable dotting your periphery. Locals believe that buying fresh flowers and plants symbolizes prosperity and renewal for the coming year.
I can totally see why this place is called the City of Flowers. It is absolutely beautiful. As the sun was starting to drop below the horizon, it meant that it was time for us to make our way to Yuexiu Park so we could check out the hundreds of beautifully colored lanterns that line the pathways to celebrate the Lantern Festival. We've never seen anything quite like this before. There were lanterns in every shape and color imaginable. It was like being immersed in another world. The energy was electric, and it was so easy to be swept up in the magic of it all.
There were so many families taking advantage of the impressive displays to capture moments that would last a lifetime, and it was so heartwarming to see generations of people coming together to experience the festival. As we turned the corner, it seemed as though the section wasn't quite up and running yet.
A lot of the lanterns aren't on, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. It's still really pretty. They're on! That was such luck. You want to go back and get the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This had to be the most impressive corridor of lanterns we'd seen yet. Everything felt so ethereal in the red and yellow glow, and we were so grateful to be able to experience this for the first time. As we made our way through the park, it all of a sudden opened up into a small market selling snacks and souvenirs. There were plenty of places to get your photo taken and leave little messages to commemorate the new year.
2025 is the year of the snake. In Chinese culture, the snake is seen as a symbol of wisdom, intuition, and transformation. It's believed that a snake year can bring opportunities for personal growth, renewal, and even unexpected changes, much like how a snake sheds its skin for a fresh start.
We weren't quite sure what was happening here, but it looked interesting, so we had to try it. Sure is beans. Good though. Okay, before moving on, just one more snack.
What do you think the orange things are? Do you think they're gooseberries?
You happy?
Very happy. I'm curious to see what these are.
Alright.
Boop. So I know like popcorn. It smells like a little tangerine. So I'm just supposed to eat the peel?
Yes.
Huh. Oh.
Oh, it's definitely a tangerine.
I don't know about the peel. It's very sour, like
Bitter?
bitter, yeah.
Let me see it.
Huh, interesting. I think I prefer the hawthorn.
Strawberry's the best. It's like an orange. I think if you had just gone for it, it would have been good. That's delicious.
Oh wow, look at this one.
As soon as we turned the corner, we were met with what had to be the most impressive lantern display. Honestly, I'm not even sure how to describe this thing, but it was massive. It appears that this is the main gate into the Yuexiu Park Lantern Fair. But if I'm being honest, I think I prefer the way that we came.
It was such an amazing feeling, being in the middle of this crowd with everyone taking photos, smiling, and living in the moment. This is what holidays are all about. Forgetting about the grind, sharing experiences, and making memories with the people you love.
Happy New Year. Year of the snake. We wandered around for a few more minutes and watched the boats cruise by on the canal, but we had one more place we wanted to check out for the evening. So we called a Didi, hopped in, and made our way to Beijing Road to check out the pedestrian street and flower market.
A lot of people.
Place is busy.
The vibe here felt so different from the one in Yuexiu Park. Instead of a peaceful and magical energy flowing between lantern displays, we were right in the thick of it. There were shops and restaurants lining the bustling streets with vendors and flower market stalls cutting through the middle, selling everything from souvenirs and jewelry to snacks and foods.
Chicken. Thanks. Oh yeah, it's spicy. Chicken feet. I've been wanting to try these. Oh, it's cold.
Oh, it's pumpy.
I'm glad I tried it.
Even the Golden Arches had a stall.
The search for silver snakes continues.
I feel mega underdressed, but it was hot today. And now it's so cold. And I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I'm not prepared. One of the coolest displays of the night was the Space Invader room, guarded by two neo-traditional mech lions. Honestly, I could have stayed here all night just watching it do its thing. It's a perfect blend of traditional stylings and modern technology, and we are here for it.
There were so many things to see here and so many people to see them. As we made our way down the ancient avenues of Beijing Road, we caught a glimpse of the original road, impressively preserved by super thick glass, showing you what's left of an era past.
Towards the end of the street, there were a whole group of people caught up in a world of their own. I wonder what they were seeing in those headsets. It seemed like we were coming to the end of the pedestrian walking area when all of a sudden, where did this building come from? It is massive and very beautiful. Is that ancient? Or is it like a new building that's just made to look ancient? It is impressive. I can't find Ashley. There are so many people and we just keep getting separated. Yeah, I have no idea. Uh-oh. How we doing?
Oh, it's a lot. It's really neat though.
It's super cool. There's just so much going on. These lanterns are so beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
Nobody does lights like China. At all. China's light game is beyond anybody else's in the world.
At this point, we were getting pretty tired and it was getting a little bit late, so we decided to head home for the night. We'll see you tomorrow.
It is a beautiful day outside. We are at Liwan Lake Park. And we hear drums in the distance, so we gotta go see what's going on. I have to imagine it's a traditional lion dance, which will be our first of the new year.
Chinese New Year is the most important holiday in China, marking the beginning of the Lunar New Year and rooted in over 3,000 years of history. According to legend, the festival began to ward off the mythical beast nián, which would emerge every New Year's Eve to attack villages. The villagers discovered that loud noises, bright red decorations, and firecrackers could scare it away, leading to the timeless traditions still observed today.
We're in the City of Flowers, so we've got to go see the floating flower market. Whoa! So many firecrackers going off. And we are trying to make to Shamian Island because at 8-ish tonight, that's where the fireworks are gonna happen. And we're hoping that we can get a good spot and that we don't need reservations. But we'll see, because we wouldn't have been able to get reservations anyways, because we didn't even know where we were coming until after the reservations had closed. It's a 33-minute metro ride, a 35-minute walk, so we're gonna walk so that we can just absorb the energy of Chinese New Year, because it's just way better than just sitting in a tunnel underground.
We actually ate at this restaurant, Pansy, I don't know,
Here.
the other day, and it was pretty good, but the restaurant is gorgeous. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's got like
This lake.
a
river.
lake inside of it. Everyone seemed like they were all moving in the same direction, like we all had one common destination. What? Kind of. It's like super flowery. Almost like it's not a hot dog at all. Yeah, that is like nothing I've ever had before. It's like very crispy on the outside and like poofy and flowery, like a fried dough on the inside.
Is it good?
Yeah, it tastes great.
So it's flowery?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. It's really good.
I definitely always thought these were like very pink hot dogs. They kind of weirded me out, but they like are surprisingly good.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't think it needs the ketchup.
No.
If it was meat, it would.
Yeah.
I always like ketchup with hot dogs, but I don't think this needs it.
I saw someone else with ketchup on it. So that's why I got it.
That's so good. I'm weird.
I love seeing entire families of people just out and enjoying the day. It is a beautiful day. There's not a cloud in the sky. The temperature is amazing. This is honestly the best weather to start out the new year.
It's perfect.
It is perfect. This is just such a family affair. There's multiple generations of families just hanging out and spending time together and eating food and laughing and just sharing in the festivities. As we were coming up to the walkway to Shamian Island, we feared that we may need a reservation after. We'll see.
Where would you go?
To Shamian Island?
We spoke to the officer guarding the bridge, and as we suspected, we needed to apply for a lottery nearly 2 weeks ago to get the best views of the fireworks display.
We talked to some very kind officers, and everyone's been super willing to help. As we were talking to them, trying to get information, 2 ladies stopped by and asked if we needed help, and everyone's just been so friendly. But they recommended that while we unfortunately cannot go to the island because we don't have a reservation, that we can try to go to the square, or we can go to the riverfront to see the fireworks. So the view may not be as good, but you know, it's the best that we've got.
So we tried to go to the riverfront like the one officer suggested, but apparently you have to have tickets here too. After finding out that the riverfront wasn't an option, it was time to make our way along the riverbank to see if there was somewhere we could find that would give us a decent view of the sky before the show started at 8. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Place after place told us we needed a reservation, and as the sun started setting, we felt a little bit lost. But we weren't going to let this stop us. We decided to head back where we'd come from, find a place to eat, and regroup.
We walked by a super busy restaurant, so since we had a little time to kill, we popped into this little bar to grab a drink and wait out the crowd. Lucky for us, the staff was super chill and welcomed us with open paws. Now, it was time to eat. This place was still packed, but we managed to snag a table, and just in time too, because we were starving. This was a massive portion of noodles and dumplings, and it was just what we needed to lift our spirits.
On our way to find food, we found this little walkway that might have a good view of the sky where the drone shows and fireworks were supposed to go off.
I am ever the optimist, though. I'm usually the one that holds out for the universe having my back. All of my cups are half full.
I feel like this can't work because we're the only ones here.
That's the reason it's going to work.
Oh, it'd be so cool if it does.
It would be so cool if it does. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the perfect view, but Ashley has one last plan. Fireworks.
We see fireworks.
Do we see fireworks?
Yes, right there. It's 8:36.
As we made our way around the metro station, we finally caught a good glimpse of what we've been waiting all night for.
As we were peering through the trees, we noticed a clearing on the other side that looked like the perfect spot to watch the rest of the show.
At the end of the day, we found ourselves exactly where we needed to be, surrounded by other people who are just trying to celebrate the new year and what's to come with the people they love. The new year isn't about fireworks or having the best seat in the house. It's about living in the moment and cherishing the things you have while sending out love and energy for a brighter tomorrow.
We are so grateful to have been able to experience this incredible celebration in Guangzhou, and we wouldn't have it any other way. From the beautiful flowers and gorgeous lanterns to the magic of connection all around us, celebrating Chinese New Year reminded us what it's all about, the little things and who you spend your time with. If you liked this video, please let us know by hitting the thumbs up and commenting below. If you're new here, ni hao, subscribe to follow us on our adventure, and we'll see you in the next one.
There we go!